Believe this is where I left off last time. Let's just see. The foghorn. I believe this is where we left off last time. Maybe. Weariness and a headache. Oh no, is that where we left off? Did we leave off with the weariness and a headache? What happened last time? I don't remember. Did something happen? I can't tell you what happened. This is weird. I'm blacking out. It's so long ago. Maybe I've developed amnesia with my weariness and headache. I don't remember what happened. Was something happening with the windows and the door? Was a bird watching us through them or something? I don't remember. I don't know. Anyways, hello everybody, my name is Ostentatious24 and welcome back to Higurashi. It has been a while, hasn't it? I do. I was kidding about that, but I am trying to remember besides that one instance what else was happening. We were talking with the police officer, right? Or detective or whatever the hell he is. And my brain's too stupid to remember! Oh, stupid short-term memory. He divulged information on his friends even though initially he didn't want to. He wasn't going to in the conversation he had before with the detective in his car, but then this time he seemed to have caved and divulged information, but maybe he was more so just talking to himself, but then he was divulging it, but then he was asking questions. I don't know. That's just, I think, what I was kind of feeling at the time. Maybe? And then we found out, oh yeah, his dad came upstairs with cookies, tea, and crumpets, and Twizzlers, and I don't know, chips, popcorn, pizza. I don't know. Pizza's not really a snacky thing. I don't know. His dad came up with foods and beverages and such as, and then said, "Oh yeah, your one friend was here. That cute little one. She had a weird, glaring thing about her." Rena, right, that was her name. I'm also terrible with names. And then we found out, oh yeah, she was probably just creeping around outside our room, listening in on our conversation. Right, there we go, I think I pieced it back together, baby. Oh. I need to do these a lot more, and a lot more consecutively. One, because it's good, and I am actually enjoying myself, but two, because I am so forgetful that it takes me a while to either remember or maybe I don't remember what happens, and then whole mess of stuff happening. But at the same time, I kind of am taking the well-deserved break I wanted to, and then working on other projects. So many things happening. I needed some me time, and then I'm not taking me time, and then I need me time still, and then I'm still... I can't shake it. I feel the need for speed. No, okay. Okay, enough of the jokes. Let's get this over with. I can't help myself. I want to work. I want to do stuff. I can't take a break because if I'm not doing something, then I feel like a shark, right? I feel like I have to be moving constantly, otherwise I might as well be dead. Even if I'm lazing about and watching a television show or something, I feel like, just kill me. And there are a couple days where I do that just so I can cool down and cool my brain down from over because the ADHD and all chaos and carnage in my head. Sometimes you need those kind of just chill days, but even that, and even on those days, I'm like, ugh, just kill me. I feel dead already. So, I'm gonna try. I know I say that so many times. I'm gonna try to pick this back up and make more videos of it, more consecutively if I can. We'll see. Whoops, what was that? Wait, the music cut out. Let me check the mic quick. Hold on a second. Still going? We're not going to have any hiccups like with the House of Infata Morgana. Balloon. Blue balloon, blue balloon, blue balloon, blue balloon, blue balloon, blue balloon. Green grass, green grass, green grass, grass where the green grass grows. Grass green grow, grow green grass, grass green grow. Red roof, red roof, red roof, blue balloon, green grass, red roof, yellow, hello, yellow, hello, hello, yellow, yellow, hello, hello, yellow, yellow, hello, hello, yellow. Seems to be working. Bop, boop, beep, bop, boop. Some little exercises I developed. I don't use that as much anymore, though. A little fun behind the scenes info, I guess. Whoops. Damn it. A little behind the scenes, when I do my warm-ups, I used to do that back and forth, playing with my tongue, you know, with the alliteration, because it helps exercise your muscles and stuff and suches, and brain muscles and stuffs and suches and things, maybe. But then I also developed another one, whereas I count up to 5, and then I count back down, and then I count up to 4, and then back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. I just kind of go back and forth with that, just to I do that when I test the mic out. Just it's one, a good vocal exercise, and 2, to make sure that the mic's running and stuff. Fun little behind the scenes information, I guess. Just for you lovely Higurashi fans, you get the best quality videos. Oh, something to that effect. I try my best with everything I do. Wait, I didn't even read the log. Sorry about that. Rain is in a headache. Not a very nice way to start the day. How much time did I waste? Cool, 9 minutes. I have 20 more, possibly. Ugh. What's wrong? Wait. Who's talking? Mom, maybe?
What's wrong, Keiji? You don't look so well. When did you go to sleep?
Seemed that my mom had noticed my sullen state. Okay, yeah. It's like, Mom, Dad, Rena! Did she creep into my room and ask, oh no. Yesterday, I kept on waking up in the middle of the night. Without a doubt, I felt a presence. Felt the presence of someone standing in front of my door. Oh, no. I was picturing something similar, like, oh, he closes his eyes, he wakes up, oh, there's someone standing in the corner, then you close your eyes, and you open them again, oh, they're a little closer, in the middle of the room, and close them again. You open them up, that's at the corner of my bed, close them, open, oh, they're looming over me at the foot of my bed, close, open, they're on top of me, oh god, you know, those kind of spooky situations. Never had a... Is that common with, what is it called? Sleep paralysis? Demon? That's not right, is it? Is that what it's called? Sleep poop sippy poop sip poop sip poop poop sip poop sip poop sip sip sleep paralysis demon, yes. Sleep demon, understanding the phenomenon. I have had that once, but it was... Another little behind the scenes, a reflection on me. I have only had one instance of a sleep paralysis demon, and it wasn't that scary. It was just some blobby thing floating about in my room, little black blob, and then occasionally it'd have one eye on its body that would just blink every so often, and just kind of wisped and floated around my room. I couldn't move, I couldn't say anything, I just stared at it. And then I managed to say, hello, and then it was gone. It reminds me of, I don't know, something from Zelda? It's from something. I feel like I've seen it before. So it's akin to something I've seen before in something. Anyways, yeah. Reina, the sleep paralysis demon. Oh boy. Great. I told myself repeatedly that it was just my imagination, forced myself to try and sleep. Except not being able to stand it, I gathered up my courage and opened the door. Of course there wasn't anyone there. Are you sure about that? She just squats down. He's too tired to look down. He looks left, he looks right. He's like, okay, there's nobody there. I think I did this 3 times throughout the night. Or maybe I just didn't remember doing it any more than that. Even though I was able to get to the breakfast table with that instant, I still didn't feel at ease. It might be a cold. I don't really have an appetite.
My, you do seem a little warm. Well, can you make it to school?
Technically, I did go to a school, but it was mostly self-study. It wouldn't matter much if I missed a day, would it? Could have been that I hadn't been feeling well for the last few days because I really did have a cold. If I took some medicine and got a good day of rest, I might be able to greet everyone with a smile tomorrow. Oh no. Bing bong ding dong. Shamalama ding dong. Startled, I looked back and forth between the entrance and the clock. It was 10 minutes later than when I usually met up with Reina. Yep, it was Reina. Oh no.
Reina-chan came to get you. What are you going to do? Are you going to take the day off?
Reina was a good girl, I think. She might be somewhat quirky, but she was certainly cute. The lunches she made were delicious, and she's always looked out for me. Why would I be so scared of something like that? It wasn't Reina's fault. Oh, totally not. It was probably mine, yeah. It had to have been my cold. It just had to be. I'll rest. I'm sorry.
Then I'll go send her off for you.
I'm headed off to the door. I would have to pass by the entrance to get back to my room. I didn't have the nerve to meet with Reina, so I wrapped myself in a blanket on the sofa and closed my eyes. I was so sleep deprived I quickly fell into a deep slumber. Maybe this will be a quick. We're not going to school to play some games and stuff. I only intended to lie down for a bit, but it was almost noon when I woke up. Called out to my parents, but they didn't seem to be around. On the table I found some lunch prepared and a note. Mom and Dad had apparently driven off to somewhere far away. Likely had to do with Dad's work. This happened every so often, so it wasn't that unusual. They would probably be back sometime after dinner. On the note it said, "The insurance card in the cabinet. Take it and go to the hospital." What? There's also a well-drawn map to the hospital. Why? It's just a cold. That's right. Hadn't been there before, so I didn't know exactly where it was. I had a light lunch, although it really was just leftovers from the morning, and just in case, went to the hospital. But it's just a cold. You're fine. I've slept through a flu before. It's fine. Everything's fine. You big bubble-blowing weenie. Throw some dirt on it. Back in my day, we used to walk uphill, downhill, through alleys to school. No, I'm kidding. Although I did walk to school, even during blizzards. Not because I necessarily had to, but because I wanted to. Colds never really bothered me anyways. Normally I'd never be here in the middle of a weekday. Just walking around like this had me feeling guilty. It was an odd feeling. On the other hand, I guess healthcare is much better in Japan versus America. If I went in for a cold, I'd probably have to pay freaking $5,000 or something. Ugh. Wait, did I read that? Apologies. I'd never been just walking around. It was an odd feeling. Okay, I think I did. Following my mom's map, I took a road I usually never used. After walking for a bit, the hospital's sign came into view. Irie Clinic was written rather stylishly on the sign. The clinic wasn't very big, but based on the scale of the rest of Hinamizawa, it was far too grand. There was a parking lot and even a reserved spot for buses. They must be making a mint. I spaced out in the air-conditioned waiting room until it was my turn to be seen. My bar son, please make your way to the examination room. I don't know who that was, if it was a dude or girl. You're properly answering all the chatty doctor's questions. He responded with the old, "It was probably a cold." They gave me a shot and 3 days worth of medicine. I thought it was a little overboard, but if it would clear away the gloomy feeling I'd been having lately, then it was worth it. To me, a cold's not really being sick either. If I have a cold, I'm sneezing, I'm coughing, it's nothing bad, it's just annoying. I don't consider having a cold being sick because they're just annoying. In order to be sick in my head, I have to be incapacitated, knocked out, ready to pass out, throwing up, or other bodily fluids coming out of some sort of part of my body, you know? Something weird happening that's just draining and annoying. Blech. At least that's my opinion. It's gotta be something that'll bedridden me. If he can walk to the hospital, he's fine. A cold's fine. You got a sniffy, runny nose, you're fine. Blow it out and take some vitamin C, you're all good. Drink some orange juice, some milk, apple juice, whatever. All of the above. Make a smoothie out of that. Throw in some strawberries, banana, you're good to go. Kind of spaced out there. Getting dizzy. What's happening? Maybe I have a cold now. Okay. I settled the bell and took a quick trip to the washroom. As I was leaving, I overheard a conversation between some elderly people who seemed to be regulars at the clinic. Of course, I had no intention of eavesdropping. It wasn't for that word. Must have been an Onikakushi. I wonder.
She was still pretty young. Might have just eloped.
With whom?
That man from Tokyo who visits every season.
That young one with a big camera. And you know they were getting along pretty well.
Were they talking about...
Oh, wait. Were they talking about Tomitake-san? I don't know why I couldn't think of old people voices. I literally just did an old man voice. What is wrong with me? Oh, God. I'm not sick, I'm just an idiot. I can feel my ears perking up. I don't know about that. Yeah. Sure, let's yawn while I'm doing that. Actually, that sounded like an old man. Alright.
I don't know about that, but you have to make preparations before you elope. Just ask my 57th wife. Leave a note or quit that job or something. It's an elopement because they didn't leave a note or message.
I thought that I'll never see that.
The third day I'll never see that young nurse's face again, making me rather sad.
Takano-san is an
Takano-san is an upstanding young woman. She'll be fine.
Okay,
Takano-san is an upstanding young woman. She'll be fine wherever she goes. She could have been my 58th wife, though.
Oh no. So her name was Takano-san. That woman with Tomitake-san, yeah, I figured about that. The blonde, beautiful lady. And she worked at this clinic. Ugh. I was wondering if we were going to find out something more about her or Tomitake-san this episode, because we're not going to school. So we're not going to be interacting with Reina or the other girls too much. Maybe. We might still, but like, unless we ran into them at the hospital, I didn't think we would be too much. So it felt right that we'd veer course and analyze one of the other characters we'd been introduced to. Oyashiro-sama's shadow was following me everywhere I went. I started listening more closely, but they began talking about fishing, and it didn't seem like they were going to visit the topics. I gave up and left. Thus, even though I was separated from the daily monotony of school, I wasn't able to escape from Oyashiro-sama's shadow. Why am I yawning so much? Jesus. But of course, Oyashiro-sama was the guardian deity of this place. All of Hinamizawa. As long as I was in Hinamizawa, I wouldn't be able to escape. Ugh. Apologies about that. My nose felt stuffy, so I sniffed a little bit. Maybe it was because I was walking outside, but my appetite had suddenly returned. I might as well buy a snack with the change from the examination fee on the way home. Contemplating that, I turned onto a familiar street. At that moment, I heard a car horn abruptly honk behind me. Was I really walking so far in the middle of the road where I'd be in a car's way? I moved farther off to the side, but the horn was still honking at me. I turned around, peeved. Yeah, I figured as much. My Bara-san, good day to see you. It's Oishi-san. He stepped out of his car, AC on full blast, and waved at me. What's up today? School or break? You're not skipping, are you? There's a special place in my jail cell for kids like you skipping school. I'm just not feeling well, so I took the day off. Don't be weird. I wasn't being weird. I was just saying you'd go. What are you thinking? I was about to buy some lunch and head back home. That's great. I'm just about to get lunch myself. Would you mind going together? Ugh. If you're not feeling up for it, then don't mind me. Just going to lie down after going home anyway. I didn't really have a cold. So you'd want to eat at one of these local places. Let's go into town. It's a bit of a drive. Is that alright? I know a pretty good place. Finally began to understand Oishi-sama's roundabout way of saying things. Probably wanted to talk to me about stuff that would be difficult to discuss while in Hinamizawa. Yeah, I still don't trust this guy. I don't care if he's a cop or not. There's just something off about him. I went with Oishi-san riding in his frigid car. It's almost as if the bright sunlight outside was a lie. I'm sorry about calling you so late last night. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was him or not. Did your parents get angry at you? No. Call Reina, who had been listening to the phone conversation all the time, separated from me by just the door. Even now, in the brightness of the sunlight, the thought still creeped me out. With the big bump that jolted the car, the road connecting to the city changed from dirt to pavement. My head swiveled back with a sudden realization. That's right. This was where Tomitake-san died. I've hit a snag on the investigation regarding Tomitake-san. Yeah, that's your roundabout way, isn't it? You drove on this road intentionally to jog his thought process. You sneaky little bastard cop, you. Oishi-san spoke while peering at me from the corner of his eye. They believe it was caused by hallucinogens, given how he was clawing out his own throat. But a drug that could cause that to happen so subtly is extremely hard to come by. Bear in mind, of course, the autopsy was done with that premise in mind, but we didn't find any leads. You know that thing you see in the comics all the time, where there's a drug that if you put it in them, it doesn't leave any traces? It exists! Succinyl cause something or other. Well, it's pretty common, but you see, there doesn't seem to be any kind of drug that would cause Tomitake-san to react like that. Then you're saying the police concluded Tomitake-san just died from the curse? Couldn't help but feel that the police were worthless. Just wanted the idea of a curse to be disassociated from Tomitake-san's mysterious death. Unfortunately, that's how it looks right now. But putting aside the cause of death, without a doubt, he was surrounded by a group of people and had taken a beating before he died. That was no curse, but an incident that unquestionably involved other humans. Wait. Oh, was that him talking? My apologies. That was no curse, but an incident that unquestionably involved the other humans. I'm not going to reread the whole thing, just that little bit. That made me a bit relieved, or I wasted enough time. I'm terribly, terribly sorry about that. We passed in front of the rather desolate but still busier than I've said it fine this whole time, and now I flub it. Hinamizawa train station. The car pulled into a restaurant parking lot, and I followed Oishi-san into the shop. It was pretty crowded, but there were only adults at this hour. Of course there wouldn't be any children here in the middle of a weekday. 2, please, non-smoking.
This way, please. When you are ready to order, please call me over.
We were led by a peculiarly dressed waitress to our table. We sat with Oishi-san in the booth. So what do you think? Aren't the waitress's outfits here cute? Eh? I guess. The shop is always quite busy. It's more about the waitresses than the food, you see. Oishi-san, you're leering. Wow, am I really? Regardless of how the waitresses looked, the food was decent enough. Finishing our meals while talking about some inane topics, Oishi-san's after-meal cup of coffee arrived at the table. Yesterday we talked about Hinamizawa's past, didn't we? Yeah. It was the village of man-eating demons or something like that. I didn't know about it much about it myself. So I asked my grandmother about it this morning. Oishi-san took out the notepad that was stuffed into his breast pocket. Turns out Hinamizawa used to be called Unigafushi, or Ogre's Abyss. Fuchi? Something to that effect. We'll figure that out next time! Sorry I'm making this episode so short. And sorry I wasted so much time. That seems like a good place to stop though, so. Thank you so much for watching! I'm gonna try to do a lot more of these, especially because it's February, but also because I just love visual novels. So, we'll see. I don't even know when this episode's going up. I'm recording it now, Thursday, but I already have a video planned for today, so we'll see, I guess. So, anyways, there we go. Yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and or evening. Until next time, whatever I may do, I hope to see you then. Farewell!